Thom kali ini. Oh, ini dia 3 lawan 3 Profesor Thom Haye.
Welcome at Thehayeway, your weekly podcast, of course, with my big friend and Indonesian superstar Thom Haye. Thom, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Neal. What about you?
Very good, very good. Very excited. It's less than 2 weeks that you guys are playing against Australia.
Yes.
It's coming
Closer and closer.
every day. Before we go to introduce our guest,
Someone I already know for a very long time.
That's it. It's a promise we made a couple of weeks ago. I'm so happy that we can deliver right now. But looking back at last week, we did a special episode, no podcast. We were ranking the jerseys.
Yes.
What did you think about that?
I think it was fun to do. I saw a lot of reactions, negative, but also positive.
Yeah.
Of course, with ranking things, you see a lot of different opinions.
That's right.
But it was really fun to do.
Yeah.
And I still support the choice we made.
Yeah, that's right. And we can do so many more. Please let us know if you want us to do more videos like this. And now it's time for a very special guest. We've been announcing him for the last couple of weeks. I think he's a fan favorite, we can say that. And maybe also the best dancer in the national team. Sandy Walsh!
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hey guys,
and we're
good
happy
evening.
you're not sleeping yet.
Yeah, so for the people...
Good evening from Japan.
Yes.
Good evening from Japan, because here in Yokohama at the moment, you just made a transfer a couple of weeks ago. So happy to have you on the show. Is it right that you're the best dancer on the national team?
I wouldn't say the best dancer, but the guy who dances the most for sure.
Yeah, I love your stories. Every time when you're dancing, I think that's a lot of fun.
True.
You just moved to Japan, I think 2 weeks now?
Officially 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I've been traveling to Japan and back since 4 weeks, let's say. But officially with the team for 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah,
It must have
it's
been
been great.
a roller coaster.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was end of January that I got a call from Yokohama F Marinos. And then in 2 days, I left Europe to come to Japan. Then I had to go to Indonesia, come back to Japan, start training. And the games and season started 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
And we've played 7 games since then.
So
Seven.
You know the
games.
fun thing, Neal? Of course, I sent him a message because I knew it was, I could say maybe a small dream to play in Japan one day.
Yeah.
And we talked about it a lot. So I sent him a message when I saw he finally got the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But since then, every time I spoke to him, he was somewhere else. He has been in Indonesia, China, Japan. Like from 0
Somewhere
to
else in
100,
Japan.
he was
Yeah.
fully committed with the games already. So I think,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's been
Yeah.
crazy. Every 3 days I'm somewhere else, and yeah, it's non-stop. But that's how we like it, playing games in Champions League and in the league.
Yeah,
so soon we will see each other again in
Yes.
Sydney. Yeah,
Yeah. So
soon.
Sandy, tell us, you said it only took you 2 days and you were on a flight to Japan.
Yeah, yeah.
Take us through the whole decision and how the whole process went.
Well, as Thom just said, going to Japan was a dream, an ambition for sure. We've talked about it a lot because Thom also is kind of interested in the J League, Japanese league.
Yeah.
So I was hoping, knowing that my situation at my club at Mechelen wasn't the best. So I was waiting for something. And on a random Wednesday after training, I got a message of my agent, "Are you still interested of going to Japan?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And then he told me the team. I knew the team because I've been following the league for a year. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And they said, "They want to call you. Can you call?" And I went straight home, called with the gaffer, with the coach, with the
crazy
sportive
how it works,
director.
in football.
And yeah, after that, they said, "When can you come?" I looked to my wife and she said, "Say as soon as possible." Because, yeah. But I'm like, yeah, I said to them I could check direct flights. I saw Saturday there is one, maybe Saturday. And that was 2 days after the call. and to move from Europe to Asia, a different continent, in 2 days is crazy. So without thinking, I packed my bags and my wife handled the rest, and I was able to go to Japan.
So, oh my God, it sounds like a little bit like a dream, like going home, getting a message on a Wednesday, being on a flight on Saturday. You've been here like a couple of weeks. What's the biggest difference with Europe for you?
Living wise, it's much more calmer, much more disciplined, very clean. The transit is amazing here. The transit is always on time. Always. Everything is on time.
We're not used to that.
No.
No, we're not
Especially
used
not
to
in
that.
Amsterdam.
No, so even when they're 1 minute late, or like the last time with the bullet train, they were 30 seconds late, and they apologized and they gave us like a voucher for the next time we use a train to get discount. So it's stuff like that in the culture wise.
Yeah.
Football wise, also a bit similar actually, like discipline. People are very focused on the game, quite quiet, different than in the Netherlands, or in Europe at least. Just focused on the game, and everything around football is the most important for them.
And what if you, because I'm quite interested in the J League is, I think, the most respected league in Asia, the highest level. Do you feel difference with, for example, Belgium? I think Belgium is a pretty average good league in Europe. How has that been?
It's been challenging for sure. The speed of the game is very high. They do everything at high intensity. Not saying that Belgium or Netherlands or in the Europe they don't. I just think technically it's a very high league. It's very demanding on a football way. I believe it's similar to the Dutch league. That's why Japanese players do quite well in the Dutch league. I just think tempo-wise, maybe it's a bit more demanding. It's a bit more faster, but it's been challenging, and I've been adapting quite well. But still, I'm surprised of the level, how high it is here in Japan.
Yeah, and I can imagine is that the team chemistry and the team culture is way different than in Belgium, right?
Totally different. I'm lucky enough to come to a club where it's kind of a multicultural club. We've got an English gaffer, we've got an Australian assistant coach, we got 3 Brazilians, 1 Colombian, 1 Indonesian, 1 Australian. So some other teams are like fully Japanese.
So you have some
fully
enemies
Japanese.
in the team.
Yeah.
Some Australian.
I know. The center back, the only center back, I don't think he's fit yet. So I need to check tomorrow or after tomorrow. Yeah. But no, I'm lucky enough to come in a club where the foreigners are kind of used to being around Japanese, so it's easy to adapt. But it's totally different. It's eye-opening and it's fun to experience for sure.
Yeah, and you were telling me, and I think Thom said the same, that it always has been a dream for you playing like in Japan. Why was that?
Well, I've played in Belgium all my football career, and coming to a later stage in my career, you're thinking of exploring and still challenging yourself in a different country. Of course, you want to go as high as possible in Europe, but coming to a later age or chapter in your career, football career, you want to experience a totally different culture, different league. It was always MLS or towards Asia, and following the Asian top competitions because you want to stay as high as possible. The J League, I got noticed by it since the Asia Cup. We've played with Indonesia in Qatar. And since that year, I started following the J League clubs, asking to some Japanese friends about the J League. And it grew as a dream. Like, as an Indonesian, with your Indonesian passport, it's amazing to play in the highest league in Asia.
Yeah.
As a benefit, you are seen as a local player here. So you don't even have to fight for a foreign spot. So all of those positive things were like, let's try to get into the J League. And I've been waiting for about a year and a month, and finally it came through. And I'm maybe at the happiest time in my career right now. So
you're smiling the whole time. It's so good to see.
That's why it sounds almost ridiculous that you get a call and 2 days later you say, I'm gone.
It's
but
a
you
dream,
see,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see there's a whole process in front already.
Yeah.
It's
because even they were great. They were saying like, "Are you sure 2 days is enough? Like, are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure. Don't worry about me." So I had to come to Japan to do medical, but then I had to go to Indonesia to get my work visa 2 days later.
Oh.
And I stayed 2 days in Indonesia waiting at the embassy of Japan, and then I flew back to Yokohama to Tokyo, and then to train the next day to be ready for Champions League game 2 days later. And then the league 2 days later,
And now
to China 2 days later.
You told us just before we started the podcast that finally you have 2 days off.
Yeah.
But there's no time to
finally.
rest because you need to explore your new city.
Yeah.
True. I just got back from Tokyo Center and
Oh my God, Tokyo! Like
Tokyo.
it's been on my list of one of the cities I really want to visit in my life. It's a bucket list thing.
You will visit in June.
You should do it. You should do it.
Are you playing in June there?
We are playing in Osaka, but I know like I said about the transport. You can take a bullet train from Osaka to Tokyo, and you're in Tokyo by 1 hour 45 minutes.
At least you'll see a lot from Japan.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So take a couple days, and I would suggest going to Tokyo because it's amazing.
Yeah, and we have to share this. Tom was looking at your story and he said, "Oh my God, this picture is fantastic." Where were you in Tokyo where the picture was taken?
Well, I was between the Shibuya area and Shinjuku. There's kind of a temple, a very known temple, the Meiji Shrine, I believe is the name. It's a beautiful park where you can have a walk. The picture what I took was front of all the sake barrels they had. They had a whole, like about, 15 to 20 meters of a sake barrel with 15, 20 meters like wide and about 10 meters high. And my wife told me, go and stand here, let's take a picture.
That's a great picture.
It came as a great picture, so I'm very, very happy.
If you walk around in Tokyo, every time you snap the button on your phone, you have a nice picture.
Yeah.
People are just walking with their phones, videoing just like with a stick and just videoing every movement they're doing because it kind of non-stop. It's like you look there. It's an amazing way to spend your day off. So
is
I'm
there
very
a
happy.
big difference between Yokohama and Tokyo?
Well, the area where we live is kind of with high buildings, and you have also malls and good restaurants. Tokyo is just so busy here. It's much calmer, much more residential. But Yokohama is also known as the biggest populated city in Japan, besides Tokyo. But Tokyo is also a very big area. And there's a lot of stuff to do here. I love living here. It's great. I have no complaints at all. And being able to go into Tokyo and get out to Tokyo is also a very nice way to live, because inside Tokyo it's very, very busy.
Very busy. You were telling me before the episode that you guys know each other for a really long time, right?
Yes, exactly.
But when was the first time?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time?
I think the first time was when we both got a call up for the...
Was it? Did we even play in the same district, Zuid? No.
Oh, wow.
You remember under 14?
No, I don't think so, because I was more from the north.
Yeah, I think under 15 met Wim van Swam.
Wim van Swam.
You know what the funny thing is? Because I think we met with the Dutch national teams. They
Under
start
15.
from like under 15.
Yeah.
So that's the first time you can get
It was
into
the first call up
squad.
ever,
Yeah. And we met there, but the funny thing is Sandy grew up in Belgium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So from all the players, actually, you knew a little bit, like, oh, he's from the Ajax Academy. Oh, he's from there.
Yeah.
And then there was the little bit quiet guy from Belgium. And that was Sandy.
Very quiet.
Yeah, were you very quiet?
He's way more outgoing than he was before.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was quiet.
But I can
I was
also,
shy, quiet. Yeah.
of course, at that age, what Tom is describing, you have the whole group of players in the Netherlands, and then you're enjoying that, like as a little bit a guy from the outside.
Yeah, true. And I had troubles in the beginning with the culture difference because I was only known to play in Belgium, and everybody is kind of quiet. But in the Netherlands, you just, even at under 15, people just say like, kind of like you're playing bad, or you should do this, or like. And I was not used to that.
No.
I was like,
It's
that's kind of surprising.
Everyone says the same thing about the Dutch culture.
Yeah. No, but he's right. Yeah. But do you remember also, like you said, we met at that time, but do you also have some memories about that time of you two together or not?
I think we were one of the only ones, you, me, Nathan, I think Jorrit. We did every age group until under 20s.
So that's Nathan Ake, Jorrit Hendricks.
Yeah, Nathan. Yeah.
I think
Anybody else?
Tony Vilena.
Tony Vilena. Early memories.
There are
I
not a
just
lot of
know-
guys that were there from like under 15 till.
So you were every group you were together until the under 20s.
Yeah. True.
And what was
We
the
were-
best time? What was the best time? Which age group?
Under 17.
Oh, that when you became European championship?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
We were gonna put. You remember? We were gonna put Pinda tattoos. You remember? Because we were the Indo boys.
Really?
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about it.
No way.
Talked about it. Yeah.
At the Euros, the under 17 Euros.
Yeah, we were talking about it. Like, we are both Indo because our parents also kind of catched up.
Yeah.
Because they had similar, roots, of course, from Indonesia. So me and Tom were the Indonesian boys, and we were like, we should maybe do, pindas, like as a tattoo on our body. But we were like only 16, so we're like, let's wait until we become 18, 19.
Yeah.
But we haven't done it yet.
No.
So if we go to the World Cup,
Are you doing it?
I don't know. It's up
Tom?
to Tom. I don't have any
down.
tattoos, so that will be my
wow.
first one.
It was to be the first one of saying, hey, this would be great.
Yeah, it would be a really funny story.
Look,
But you're a little bit hesitant?
if the people want it, we do it.
I'm down.
Hey! So this is Sandy's first tattoo, and then you're going to join him.
I have a few, yes.
No, you have a few, but you're going to join him.
Yeah,
like-
but of course it doesn't have to be a big one.
No,
No.
but it's just a small
No.
one. So
I think
Indo
it's-
boys?
Like
The Indo boys,
if we reach the
World
World
Cup?
Cup, they can tattoo my whole body. No, that's a joke, but it's a good agreement.
Indo boys, yeah. So, Sandy, you have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we have the similar background. Only
Do we?
because my mother is Irish, your father is Irish,
Mhm.
and your mom is Indonesian, and my dad is Indonesian. But you never hear the combination Irish-Indonesian.
Yeah, my dad is actually half Irish, but yeah, true.
I never heard this
Yeah.
before.
No,
No, it's a really big
Yeah, it's-
coincidence.
Yeah,
It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
no,
doesn't make
no, it
sense,
doesn't make
yeah.
sense. No, because your mom is Indonesian and she was born in Switzerland, right?
true.
Yeah, and then
true.
moved on.
One thing, Sandy,
Yeah,
Neal always does his homework really well.
No,
So
wow.
he knows everything about
no,
you.
not everything. No. But I was
Yeah,
just
but
listening to
if you
it.
check Wikipedia, somebody added it, and it's not right anymore.
What is
my
in Wikipedia
Wikipedia.
now?
They added so many extra countries to my roots and stuff, like Somalia and North Korea and stuff.
What?
I'm like, what?
That's so
Japan
weird.
also now.
Actually,
Japan
it's also
also.
really. It's so weird about Wikipedia. You can just add stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's about that? That's so weird.
But
So weird.
but I heard it a little bit in your accent because you have a really clear English accent, and I thought, yeah, there has to be
Similar.
something with your upbringing that has to do something with your accent. I think.
Yeah, maybe. My dad's English is not even that good, so
Really,
no.
but
No, but-
he's half Irish and half-
Irish, half English. Yeah.
but his English is not good.
No. No,
That's really funny.
no, it doesn't.
What I know about you is that you're really proud of your Indonesian part. We'll discuss playing for TIMNAS, but also attending events when you were living in Belgium. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, like my grandparents were very close with the Indonesian embassy in Brussels. So when I was younger, I remember a couple times I went to join them for Independence Day, or when the ambassador used to invite them for some events, like also with Ramadan and stuff. I kept it going since a couple years now, since my grandparents passed away. Me and my mother used to go quite often. Every time there was an event, they used to text me. And if I had time, I used to go over to spend time with, actually all the Indonesians who live in Belgium or around Belgium who come to the embassy. And it's always nice. And I had a good relationship with the ambassador. And I just see it as an important part of being an Indonesian citizen. And I even went to vote together with Marcelino at the embassy in Brussels.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. It's just, I'm an Indonesian citizen, and I just wanna show that, and I'm very proud to be that too. Yeah. So keep the tradition from my grandparents with the embassy in Brussels. So now it's time to do it here in Japan, in Tokyo too.
Yeah, and I think what the interesting part about your story is that you've been always connected, very strong. Hey, you suggested a tattoo with Thom when you were 17, the Indo Boys. And then imagine getting your first call-up for TIMNAS. How was that?
Well, that was an amazing feeling, of course. Very emotional. For me, it was very emotional because the call-up was in Surabaya, and the person who was the closest with me in my life was my grandfather, where I had the best relationship with. Yeah. Football, daily life, food-wise, about anything. And he was like my best friend. And he was born in Surabaya, and his bloodline is from Surabaya. So looking further to making my debut in Surabaya as an Indonesian citizen was an amazing feeling and a very proud moment for me and my family, and very emotional, of course.
I can also...
For sure, something you'll never forget.
No, but that's what I'm thinking. If you are... I even nearly get emotional when he's talking about how special it is for him.
You get the emotional pretty quick.
Yeah, I get emotional pretty quick. I'm an emotional person, I have to agree. But try to describe that to me, because if it's so emotional, is it difficult to focus on the game if you are overwhelmed with emotions during that moment?
Well, of course, leading up to the game, of course, Thom also knows the press in Indonesia is crazy. So you have an interview a couple of days before the game, and it's about your heritage, about your line. So you think about it. You think about it when you're walking down the streets. I even went to visit the grave of my great-grandfather just to see where the bloodline started, together with my mother and my father. And then, once you go to the game, it's game time. But I always look up to the sky every game, and especially that game, I kind of looked long time because I could feel the presence of my grandfather at that time, making my debut and hoping he's like watching, and I bet he was watching, and in that special place for my family made it extra special and emotional. And it's a day I'm never gonna forget for sure.
No,
I recognize the thing you told about, for example, during a game or before a game, or looking up, and just I had exactly the same.
You did?
Yeah, like just there for especially now my grandparents. There's no game especially in Jakarta that I've played, and I didn't think about that.
Wow.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful in honor of your both grandparents that you can do this. Have you been back to Surabaya after that?
Well, I've been to Surabaya 2 times with the national team. So since that game, since the second time, I haven't been back. But yeah, I will be back soon because I need to go promote my personal collection. That's
All right.
kind of with the roots from Surabaya, like this one. The
Hey,
colors of
show us.
Surabaya.
I just wanted to ask you about it. Yeah, here, show it.
Yeah, so this is my logo together with the flower known from Surabaya.
Very cool.
And it's a colorway from Surabaya. So I've got other stuff also.
And the colors from Ireland for Neal.
It's a little bit green.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
No, it's a really nice jersey.
I really like it.
You would have gotten a high rating.
Yeah, for last week.
yeah?
In the episode of last week, ranking the jerseys, I would probably give it I think an S. An A or an S? What do you think? S,
yes.
Yeah.
No, it's a really nice jersey. And
Did
the
it
idea
already
behind
drop
it-
this jersey, or is it coming out soon? Or is it already out?
It's been like a small release for companies, let's say, for stores that kind of gonna buy for the new season,
Okay.
for spring and summer. So it's gonna come out soon. I think it's gonna be available between March. They said between March and June. And I wanted to tell a story of my collection about my roots from Surabaya. So I need to go to Surabaya again to promote it a bit and to go and meet all the local people and see them again.
So this is so cool
That's
that you
nice.
have your own collection. This is awesome.
Yeah, when I signed with Mills, I had a conversation about I would like to share my story and have an own collection.
Yeah.
And they gave me the opportunity, and I'm very grateful for that. It's an Indonesian local brand, and yeah, it's been amazing designing it, and the other T-shirt is also very special because it has the birthday and the special date of my grandfather on it, and everything of Surabaya on it. So I really told them like I'm a guy from Surabaya, and I need to show that in my collection. And they got to work, and I gave them some designs, and they did an amazing job. So yeah, it's very exciting, and I would have never thought to be having an own collection in a big brand in Indonesia. So I'm very
That's
very
amazing.
grateful for that, and it's a great opportunity.
So did you? I'm just thinking you're at home drawing. Like, how does it work? Getting your own collection.
Well, I got as you can see, this is my logo.
Yeah.
So I gonna have my own logo already. So it's kind of just, I know Mark Klok is
Yeah.
also with Mills, so I kind of based myself on how he did it. So I asked him some information, but I also saw his collection. So then I wanted to see like, okay, I need to find my colorway. Which colors do I want? So I was like, I want to do Surabaya. So what are the main colors? And then I found that, and then I started designing, and I know this one is very very cool. I like this one. They have also with the Indonesian emblem. So I was like, yeah, that's for sure one. And then a workout outfit, a sweater, and also football shoes. What's the most important at the end of the day?
Wow. Would you be interested in having your own line?
It can be something that would fit me well, but it's not about only producing your line.
No, you have to add something.
You have
to it. Yeah.
have the feeling why and the reason why. So at this moment, I think it's not my time to do something like this, but
No.
I think it's a beautiful story. So
Yeah.
then it's the right time.
We were talking about Indonesia, and of course, when you're talking about Indonesian football, you have to talk about the fans. Can you tell me, Sandy, how is it been for you the last years since you've been playing for TIMNAS? How your social media life changed, your normal life changed since all the Indonesian people got involved into the life of Sandy Walsh?
Oh, where do I start? I mean, it's amazing. They are amazing. They are crazy. They are loyal. They love you. It's life changing, and every time you try to explain it, and we sound kind of crazy when we say it, but when you kind of come with us to Indonesia, then you realize like, oh my God, it's true, or they are crazy, or this is not normal. And last time my wife came, because we had 2 home games, and I told her every time when I got back, like, oh, I love the fans, and I love they are so close to us, and they want to help us, and they want to support us. But coming back to Belgium is like very nice because you can just walk in the streets and nobody will come and ask for pictures, or nobody will come for a video, or nobody will come for signatures. And I like to do it when I'm with the national team because I see it as a part of the job, because you're there for them, to play for them, but also give your time to them. But then coming home, it's like, oh, nice. She came with me and she's like, yeah, you're exaggerating. But then she also got it. And then she understands like, okay, yeah, that is a lot. So we got back to Belgium. We went to the coffee bar that we always go. What happens? 2 Indonesian people.
It happens more and more often.
More, yeah. I go the next day to Brussels. We do shopping. Again, they're waiting outside the store.
You also
Yes,
in
I
Amsterdam?
was in Amsterdam in the Bijenkorf.
The Bijenkorf, the big store.
A big mall.
Yeah.
And 2 people started screaming out of nowhere.
It's crazy.
And you always know immediately, because like Dutch people who know you, they won't do this.
No.
You know, so I always know straight away Indonesian support, but then it's always fun, you know, we talk a little bit, and that's nice. But it's also nice, like Sandy say, it's only in the moment. And then when you're in Jakarta, for example, it's overwhelming, but like Sandy said, it's also you feel the real support, and it's also about those people are also a part of the reason
Success.
why we're performing like we're doing, because we get this crazy support everywhere where we are.
Are you already?
But it also shows that we are doing good, you know. It also shows that we are doing a good job, and they are coming kind of to support us and to reward us, and like I said, it's okay. It's like just a picture, you say hello, you make an autograph, and that's fine. But sometimes you're kind of focused on the game, and it's so much, and of course it's amazing. Playing for them is amazing. It's incredible. Knowing that there's 80,000 in the stadium supporting us, there's 40,000 outside of the stadium waiting for us and supporting us on big screen all over. When you see after the game, all over the country, they're looking on big screens. I mean, it's life-changing, and I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. And when we sing the national anthem, that feeling is unbelievable. The song after the game is unbelievable. You know, like, wow, it hits different.
But there's a big chance Neal will experience it in March.
Ooh.
Hey,
I know for sure, because he's also, like I said, also like a great person, but also emotional. I think, like you said, I can tell him.
He's gonna cry. He's gonna cry.
I can tell him about the atmosphere, or the warmth of the people and the support, but I think, like you say, he's going to experience it, and he's gonna get overwhelmed for sure.
For sure. They literally.
And I also said, sorry to interrupt you. I said to everyone, if you're watching,
nee, Thom.
if you see Neal, say hi to him. Send it to the podcast, and we can make a whole compilation of Hi Neal videos.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
What do you wanted to say, Sandy?
No, just like my wife told me, and my parents too, during the national anthem, people are literally calling their family and singing the national anthem on FaceTime with each other.
Yeah.
That's like how big it is. Imagine that, like playing for 280 million people it's amazing.
Yeah, and I already saw the post this week. The game against Bahrain on the March 25th, it's already sold out so fast. Tickets were flying out of the window, and it's going to be a huge game. I've been talking to Thom already about it, and next week in the episode we'll dig into it more, into the 2 games. But talking to you, Sandy, are you already thinking about those games, or are you a guy who only focuses on the game? What's next for you?
Well, now I have some time, of course, to think about it.
Yeah.
Like Tom said before, I've been playing every 3 days and traveling up and down to Shanghai and back. So seeing also the post of that it's sold out, the games are coming. Personally, I of course take game by game, but it was important for me to get game rhythm, games to play.
Yeah.
So coming to Japan was also good for me to get new chances and to get playing time to be fit for the upcoming games. But I talked to my teammate from Australia a lot about the games, and yeah, they're a bit worried, and they should be, because Indonesia is coming, and we are ready and excited for the games against Australia, and especially the home games. So
why is he worried?
Because he knows that we are a tough team. We are coming, but also because they have many injuries, and they have injuries in important positions.
Yeah.
And I send him to tease him every time the Indonesian make a post about another player getting injured. And he's like, "Oh my God, I think we are cursed or something." But I said, I don't know, but I bet people are gonna text me to do something to you now because we are teammates. But don't worry, I'm hoping to play against you in Sydney.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a fun battle.
But imagine also now that it's in the amount of time I've played for the national team, but also a little bit the months before, the steps and the development of the football. That I think a few years ago, the people wouldn't have thought that we would compete with Australia, for example.
Of course, yeah.
And I think already that is one of the big steps we made, is that there's no team, even when we played against Japan, of course, it wasn't the result we wanted, but before the game and also how we started, everyone in Asia knows we cannot underestimate Indonesia, and we have to give our best because they are coming for us, you know? Yeah. So the whole dynamics in other teams changed as well. And I think that's already one of the big developments that we have made in football.
True. Because I've got a friend in Japan, and even he played in Union in Belgium, and he was telling me like, wow, we got to be ready for your guys' game in Jakarta. We are looking forward to it because it's going to be a good atmosphere and a big game. But we have to be ready because, you guys have a very good team. So if a giant as Japan, and the head coach has also said it in the press, talks about our team like that, that means we are on the right track and on the right way. And big countries are following us and knowing it's not going to just be an easy game against us.
No, but that's
a big achievement.
That's also the interesting part, of course, because you're playing in Japan. Japan is also one of the teams you're still facing in this group. So that's going to be interesting in June for you, huh?
Yeah, true. So it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy it for sure. And we will see. We will see. Let's hope the qualification is already settled by then. Because
then it's almost a friendly match. For you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it will be your last game of the season probably, but
you're in season.
Still mid-season. I will be mid-season, so I don't have time to celebrate.
No,
I got another game 3 days later. So
I'm always afraid when we're talking about the games against Australia and Bahrain to jinx anything, you know? Like I have you guys have influence. I have no influence. I only can look.
Yes, you have influence by supporting as hard as you can.
Yeah, of course. But hey, you know what I'm meaning, right? Yes, it's so difficult to see, especially what Thom was describing. Since 2002, it's now your third season with TIMNAS. It's crazy, the development. Like you're on the brink of qualifying for World Cup. You're 1 point behind number 2. That's a directly qualification spot. It's insane.
It is incredible, and me seeing from actually the start of it to where we are now. I'm very lucky to have experienced it because I have seen the team grow, and I also think I have a big part in that grow because all the new players, of course, I know Thom, I know Kevin, I know a couple other guys. They can always contact me and ask me about it because I was kind of the first one from Europe to do it. So I opened up that door and showed that there's something building, and especially with adding with Thom Haye to the federation, that's been unbelievable. His involvement in the federation has changed so much, and I've seen it become so professional. And since new players coming in, the quality overall has improved so much. And it's not just bringing players in there's also bringing players in with passion and love for Indonesia. So that's, for me and for a lot of players, the most important, and for the fans, of course, too. So seeing the development and being there from the start and hoping to end up with the ultimate goal would be an amazing achievement personally and as a whole team.
Yeah, of course. It's crazy. We got so many questions for you.
I just wanted to say, I think if we keep on talking, we will
probably talking until the game Australia, for 2 weeks. No,
we'll be on the plane talking.
Terima kasih to all the people sending into the question. We couldn't ask them all, but do you want to ask the first one? I think this is a really interesting one.
Yeah, I thought it was a good question from Ed Rakade.
Yeah.
What is the meaning of number 48 on your jersey?
Actually, nothing special. Yeah, it seems weird. I mean, it's so special to me now. We've won 2 games and 2 clean sheets. No. To be honest, they used number 15 in the Champions League campaign already.
Okay.
So they just gave me number 48
and
for this Champions League campaign.
But how did they come up with 48?
Yeah, probably because the first 47 were used.
Yeah, probably. I have no idea.
Actually, the fun thing now is maybe now it starts to mean something to you because it's
maybe
the first number and it will never change that you wore when you made your first step outside of Belgium.
That's true.
That's very true. Very true.
So now it has a beautiful meaning.
Yeah, and it's going to be
Thank you for reminding me.
It's going to be a second tattoo, hey? 48.
48 peanuts. 48 peanuts. No.
Next question is from Dean Isa 603. What passion of hobby do you have that not many people know about you, Sandy? And you cannot say dancing in the living room.
I believe making Lego. I like to make a lot of Lego, mostly cars. So
wow,
I'm busy with one too.
Oh yeah, your first one?
Yeah, my first one.
What did you get?
Bibi gave me the Lego Porsche.
The Porsche?
Yes.
Like which size? Like you have the small one?
No, the big one. The
medium?
Big one.
Like the big one?
Or it's medium. Is it medium?
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
There's also like a big one that you can hang it on the wall and stuff. That one is.
I think it's the medium one.
Okay.
But it's
I'm mostly in Lamborghini.
But Sandy, you're smiling talking about this. How?
Because I'm thinking about them, and it's just so nice. It's so nice.
But
and also like Marvel, so I do Marvel ones too.
But how? Like you come home after practice, you get home, you eat something, and then you start playing with Lego, and then
mostly like after dinner, watching a show or something, and my wife kind of just prepares all the pieces, and then I can just start making the Lego.
But the people think it's especially the cars. It's not easy.
No, it's not.
Why?
No,
it's not easy. It's not. It's professional.
Yeah,
it's
for adults because it's like a hard way of putting everything together. It's not that easy. And I experience now also with, because Porsche it's my favorite car.
Yeah.
And so that's why BB gave it to me. And now every time I'm sitting down and I'm building, it's really also a good way to relax a little bit, because you're relaxed and you're keep your mind, shut your mind for a little bit and just focus on this. And I think with the Porsche it's like 10 bags of Lego, but with one small bag you're busy like 1 hour.
Really?
Yeah.
So they say like to build, for example, the Porsche, it can take between 10 and 12 hours in total.
Yeah.
Neil thinks
right.
it's just a small piece of Lego.
Of course. Yeah, I have never heard
It's
this
serious
before.
business.
But Sandy, what's the nicest Lego you have? Did you take it with you to Yokohama?
No, I did not. I left it in a house in Spain, in south of Spain. I think the best one is, I like Marvel Studios too. So there's this one movie where they have the hand,
Iron Man.
Iron Man with this hand, and then the villain takes it over, and then that hand thing, the hand of the Iron Man.
Yeah.
I got that one. Like it's like this
Huge.
this big. It's
Really?
so big. Yeah, it's so cool. That one is so
Maybe
cool.
you should try one once.
Neil
doesn't have time.
I'm always open for new things. I love your passion about Lego.
And, it's a fun answer. People wouldn't know about it.
Of course.
Then Alhan is asking, any culture from your new club that you would bring to the Indonesian team?
Let me think. I don't know.
Maybe it's a little bit similar or not?
Yeah, it is kind of similar.
More sushi?
Maybe. I don't know. There's nothing that really is different or like that I would like to bring with me to improve. I think maybe like in Japanese culture, they like to be very like quiet. Sometimes that's also nice. I like it. Like I like it. I'm a very quiet guy, so I like some peace and quiet sometimes. So maybe we can have that. Choose the right moment in the changing room to have a peace and quiet moment. So maybe we can do that.
That's great. Do one more. What are you going to do in retirement days? Korg Ness wants to know.
Well, I've been thinking about it, and not that I want to stop very soon, but of course you gotta have a kind of an idea. Well, my mom and dad, they run their own company, and it's in the movie world. They kind of do all the press attaché for movies that hire them, and I really like that job. I kind of really followed that job from my mom and dad, and maybe I want to follow up in their steps when they are ready to retire, and maybe I will take it over. Maybe in a different way, but that's something, going to a film festival in Cannes or Venice or in Berlin or in Toronto, just kind of traveling the world again and exploring it in a different way. Working in the film festivals is maybe something I would like to do after my football career.
This is great. Totally different world. So I know it's impossible to answer the next one, but I just came up with a top three movies all time.
Top 3 movies all time. Lion King for sure. It's number 1.
Yeah.
Lion King.
Also an answer people won't give, maybe.
No, but I love it.
Yeah.
I think I like something totally different. I always like Law-Abiding Citizen.
Yes,
I don't know
that one.
why, but it always hits me. So it was such a good movie. And I also like, what is that? For sure, I like Harry Potter, but which one is my favorite again? One of the Harry Potters. Oh, I don't know.
We have a tradition.
I don't know.
We have a tradition that we watch it every year.
I have never.
Yeah, but
watched it.
leading up to Christmas,
Never.
You've never watched Harry Potter?
That's a crime. That's criminal.
Okay, I gotta
criminal.
go now.
No.
I'm leaving. It's over.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
But you have what? Tom, do you watch it leading up to Christmas?
Yes.
Same.
We always
That's
do
the
it.
real.
Okay.
That's the real way. That's
Next
the real way.
Christmas, I will do it. Promise. Yeah.
Do it together with Tom.
Hey, Sandy,
I'm-
he's angry at me right
I'm
now.
almost getting angry.
Yeah, look at his
Yeah,
face.
but it's time to end the show because we can't say silly things like this.
Thank you, Sandy.
He's mocking us about
hey.
the Lego. He's laughing about the Lego.
Hey, I
He
would
doesn't watch Harry
never
Potter.
mock you about Lego. I was just really surprised.
Okay.
I'm really impressed. Hey, you speak Bahasa, right?
Ooh,
A little bit.
sedikit, little.
Okay, a little bit. Because
been a while.
we asked.
I'm taking lessons now
Yeah, we saw it. What did you learn
I
today?
saw that. Yeah.
What did you learn today?
to say where I live.
So, say it.
Saya tinggal di Amsterdam bersama keluarga saya,
What was the last
Bagus.
one?
Betul.
together with my family.
With my family.
Nice. So
Yeah.
we are asking on the people watching the show, give us some Bahasa to learn. And we got one now. Do you want to start?
Let's hear
You had lessons this week. Do you want to go first or?
Yes, no problem.
Okay, go.
But I don't know how to pronounce the
Yes.
middle word.
Yeah, so try.
Selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri.
Selamat Hari Raya Idul Fitri.
Fitri?
Fitri? It's happy ending of the Ramadan, right?
Yeah.
The meaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we pronounce it right? Do you know that?
Yeah. Selamat Hari. And then what was the middle one?
Idul?
How did you pronounce it?
No,
Idul Fitri?
Yeah.
no, Raya.
Yeah, Selamat Hari Raya.
Hari Raya Idul Fitri. Or not?
Yeah.
And
Is it good?
otherwise,
Yeah.
we will get
Yeah.
roasted in the comments.
Yeah, don't roast
it
us.
was-
This is a first try from Thom and from me.
No, it was correct.
Yeah?
Betul.
He's our teacher, eh? We're just looking at, like, for him.
No.
But Sandy, thank you so much. It's your free night in Japan, and
Yes.
you made some time for us to get on
you
the
very
podcast.
much.
We really appreciate it.
And enjoy
was my
your
pleasure,
free day
guys.
tomorrow again in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
we'll see some nice
Nice pictures.
stories again.
And
Probably.
it's just like talking an hour now to you. You have so many great stories, but the most important thing is during our conversation, you really get a feeling for a person, and it's so nice to see that you're getting everything you wanted in life right now by playing in the J League and also for TIMNAS. It's
Thank you. I appreciate that.
yeah, of
I
course.
appreciate it.
And
Yeah.
I see you soon.
You guys
See you
each other
very soon.
I hope to see you soon.
Sampai jumpa.
Sampai jumpa lagi di Sydney.
Thank you so much, Sandy, and good travels. Safe trip to Sydney, and I hope to see you in Jakarta. Thom, thank you so much.
Yeah, you too, Neal.
Next week, the last episode together in Holland, and then hopefully maybe we'll do one in Jakarta. For the people watching, thank you so much for watching. Drop your comments about our Bahasa or about the special hobby of Thom and of Sandy, and we'll be back next week. Thank you so much. See you later.
Ciao, ciao.
Terima kasih, bye.